y'all, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone has been doing well. Today we are back in our Heartopia and we are going to do a full house tour. I know last episode I said that we would decorate together, but I learned how to glitch and literally it took me an hour just to complete my kitchen because I was being so specific with how I wanted to decorate things. So please forgive me for not bringing you along on the decorating process, but I really hope that you enjoy this tour. Now, as a disclaimer, yes, I based this house and tried to replicate it as much as I could off of Kiki's parents' cottage in the Ghibli movie, Kiki's delivery service. And as you can see, I'm trying to replicate Kiki as much as possible too. Unfortunately, we just don't have the exact same stuff in this, but I think I did a good job. I think she's very Kiki-esque. As for the inside of the house, it's not going to be decorated just like Kiki's parents' houses. It's going to be my design, my decorations, because I really wanted to implement all the cool stuff I've gotten over this time. And I have been fortunate enough to get a lot of the Forest Bell Spell stuff from the gacha, including some My Little Pony stuff. So without further ado, let's get into this tour. So here is the house and the garden all completed. I am really happy with this. Now, I did change several things on the outside. Like I redid the garage area. Obviously, I redid this whole pathing area from what we did in our original build, and I'm much happier with this. I even got a little postcard that was like, I love your garden. It reminds me of a Ghibli movie. And I was like, oh my God, like you hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what I was going for. This is based off of Kiki's delivery service. Thank you so much. So I really feel like I accomplished what I set out to do. Now I am going to try to do this in camera mode and hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier for you guys to see things. But here you are. This is one of our little walkways with all of our little flowers. If you see my house out and about, please come water my flowers and, come say hi. First, we're going to start with the garage area. So I just put 2 cars that I have. Like I said, I've been working on the My Little Pony stuff. I'm obsessed with the cars. I've got all my little Pony stickers right there that I've been getting. But I wanted this to feel like a garage, and I think I accomplished that. We got a lot of clutter in here. We have I used a little pet bed that looks like a box, because there's a box in here. So I think we've got that accomplished. This industrial kitchen set, it goes perfectly with this. Also, this industrial living room set, I really feel like that is such a good garage item too. And then we have our little bug. It's our little Asian beetle, and it's got a little smiley face on its back. I love it so much. Macaroni, are you going to follow me around? Or okay, you're going to go do your own thing. And that's Noodle. And then if we walk back, there's a little pathway. Takes us right back through here and into our garden area. And this, I am so proud of this. This reminds me of like a secret garden. It definitely gives me the Ghibli vibes. Let me know if you guys think that if I did this, like if I got it right, if I nailed it. I would love to know your opinions on this. But we have a little pathway. We have a little space right here where we can sit down and eat and just enjoy being outside and the vibes of nature. And then if you come over here, I really wanted to implement the Forest Bell Spell water features. So I made just a little pond and put a tree in the middle of it. I thought that was cute. I also took the puffball mushrooms because those are the mushrooms after you pick them that still stand up. And I thought it would be so cute to just kind of place them randomly throughout my outside area, like my garden area. And it adds just another little detail. Now, in between all of this, I will tell you guys that I had this house fully decorated, completely decorated, ready to do the video and everything. And then I started watching videos on how to glitch, and I learned how to glitch on the PC, and I took everything out of the entire house and redid the entire thing. I was also able to buy the last 3 plots that I needed. So that makes this an 18 plot house now. And by the way, it was very expensive. It was a lot of truffle pies. but we've got everything. We've got all this space now to work with. So I was able to put that greenhouse that I originally wanted back into this area. So let's go check out the greenhouse. Again, don't forget to water the flowers when you're visiting your friends' houses. Right now I'm working on the little Highland poppies, right? Yeah. Trying to crossbreed those as fast as I can. We've got all of our little egg trophies. You're going to see a bunch of vivariums around with the frost spore infected bugs, but I don't care if they're infected or not because look how stinking pretty they are. I mean, they're just gorgeous. Also, this mantis, I don't know if anybody's had as big as an issue as I have had, but this guy right here, he was hard to get. So I was like, I am not going to sell you. I am putting you in a vivarium so I can look at your pretty little self. Anyways, this is just a little greenhouse. I love how the vines kind of come through, so it gives like even better greenhouse vibes. Over here, we have our little greenhouse workspace, our #1 radish. It's the blue ribbon winning. And then, of course, I use the rice bags again because they imitate a flour bag or like a soil bag to me so well. So we have, we're working on some of our crops over here. We're working on some flowers over here. Of course, we got more little bugs, bunch of plants, and there will be more plants added to this as I am able to buy more from Bob's Furniture Store. This area over here, I mean, there isn't much to it. We've got our little sculpting thing, which honestly, I'm kind of disappointed in this because to upgrade this hobby, it costs 50 stars. I would rather spend 50 stars on furniture or clothing, not on leveling up a hobby. So I'm still level 1 on this. I don't think I'll be leveling it up because my stars are too precious to me. But really, there's not a lot going on over here. We just have, a little planting area. And once we're up in our gardening, we'll add more plots to it so we can do more. And then you come out on the other side and it's just another little walkway. Don't forget to look for our little animal friends all out and about in our little hill of florals and fauna. I don't know. And now we're at the entrance. So again, you see those little mushrooms that are so cute. I just love the little details of the mushrooms, of the little animal statues. I think it adds so much whimsy and so much character to the build. And then you come up here and here we are. We're at the entrance. So you come straight in and you go into our living space. There you can see I have a lot of the forest bilsbell, and I really tried to implement the modern stuff that we constantly get from Bob's shop, and then this adorable, cute cottagecore stuff that we've gotten from the Gotcha banner. So I think I've done a really, really good job. We've got the adorable vivariums. I cannot get over these. I hope in the future we get more adorable vivariums and even better fish tanks too. And if you've been playing this week, you know that we now finally have penguins, and I got my first penguin trophy or statue, whatever it is. It's so cute. I've been trying to level up those little penguins as fast as I can because we only have like 20 days with them. So that's just a little living space, and you come over here and we're still in that. But I tried to create this fireplace. I don't know how I did on it. I like it. I feel like it's a bit much, but at the same time, I wanted it to go on both sides, so it had to be a little bit wider in order for me to do that. So I'm happy with how it turned out. But you have a nice little sitting area right here where you can just cozy up and read a book by the fire. Oh, that's the dream, right? You turn around and then you've got more decoration, and that is the entrance to our kitchen. Ignore the items that my animals have apparently destroyed that I have not realized. There are several, so I will be getting those fixed once I'm done with this, but we're already in the midst of it, so just ignore those items. And yeah, but that's the living area, and if you come in here and you see my little book, I have not completely filled this out. I realized, so once I'm done, I'm gonna have to pick this back up and put it in my inventory and fill it out a little bit better. But you come into my kitchen, and this is like our little cozy kitchen. And this is where I started learning to get glitch. And it took me, it took me about an hour to do this kitchen because I was learning the glitching process. And once I learned it, now I am so here for it. But I can put items a lot closer together and, put the cabinets up, so there are things over the window. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Also, y'all, the onsen eggs, I would at least buy like maybe 3 of them just to do this, so you get this cute little egg that you can use as a decoration. Because that is another thing I absolutely love about this game, is that you can use ingredients, you can use the food, you can use the crops as decoration in your house. So like this right here is oil for cooking. I have some meat over here beside a cutting board. Obviously we've got crops sitting out and about, our little candy jars to make our jelly roll cakes, all kinds of stuff. So like the mushrooms and the fruits. So yeah, I really wanted this kitchen to look like, I come into this kitchen, I cook in here all the time. I love my kitchen. It is well loved. And I think I really accomplished that with this. Now moving on, we come into our dining space. We have a little sitting area and of course some more Forest Spell stuff. I also implemented this buffet over here. So we have some of the jelly roll cakes that I've made. I'm absolutely obsessed with these curtains. Thank you for giving us curtains that don't cost roaming oak wood or fluorite. I'm very excited about that, although, they still do cost. And then I finally got the recipe for this table, which has this adorable little tablecloth on it, which I have been waiting for forever. And I finally got it, so I had to put it in here. And then we have the other half of the fireplace, but I ran out of fluorite, so I have to wait to get some more fluorite so I can make one more fireplace to put right there. And then beautiful lamp. Oh, I love that so much. I love the rustic look. And then we have some more of our music stuff. We have our recorder over here, or our record player. And yeah, that's just the little area up here. And then if we come down the stairs, and this is a double stairway, so on each side. And we look, there's really not much to this room, but there will be eventually. I just have to get the resources. So if you want a hint, it's going to be where I put a lot of the collector stuff. I think that's a really fun little set. And that is a set that you gain from your, not your hobbies, your collections. So you just have to keep up collecting stuff, like better stuff, to get more from the collections. Let me show you guys in case you don't know. So if you go into your collections, and I believe this is what it's to. Oh, see, like this one is done already and I've gotten these things. But once you start collecting stuff, you also get rewards for all of the stuff that you collect. And every few rewards, you get coins, you get stars, but you also get recipes. And the collector's recipe is between the other collections and the furniture collection. So I still have a couple more things to get, but I've gotten quite a bit, and I am just obsessed with this, and I cannot wait to complete that collection so I can start building it. Again, we have to wait to get all the resources to build it. So there's really not a lot going on down here. And I didn't just want to put willy-nilly. I actually did just like start throwing stuff down here. And then I was like, you know what? I really don't like that. I don't want it to just be like random stuff. I want it to be like cohesive, and it looks like it has a purpose there. So I'm just going to wait on that. So if you come into this next room, this is another cooking space. Yes, a kitchen, whatever you want to call it. But it's actually, I like to call it a cooking space because this is where I do all of my mass cooking. So you have my regular stoves over here, and then you have the winter season stoves over here, which these probably won't be here for, much longer, because I feel like we'll get a different type of cooking set for whatever the next event, fashion wave event is. But for now, here they are. And I did want this area to look good. I didn't want you to just walk in and there's just like 5 stoves on each side. So I tried to make this look as much as a kitchen as I could. I put my fish tanks in here so I could display my fish. And then obviously we put ingredients around because yes, we are cooking like crazy in here. I made some faux built-in cabinets, and I put these little bars here. So I really am happy with how this turned out. Plus, I wanted to use some of this other kitchen stuff. I feel like we get so much kitchen stuff. Like there are so many different types of kitchens in this game. And I'm like, there are pieces to each of them that I like so much, especially like these cabinets. Like we got the green here, you got the pink over here. I just really, really wanted to implement those too. So that's what I tried to do there. And then, call me crazy, but this is my favorite part of the house, this little hallway, because it is just green and beautiful. And if you have been following me for any amount of time, then you know by now that green is my all-time favorite color. So being able to implement that into this, it just makes my heart so happy. So we just have a little hallway space here, and you can see we just decorated it, of course, with lots of plants and greens. This right here is from the winter season event, and it's a recipe. I did not think I was going to ever use this little thing. I just made him to get one of the collection rewards, and then I saw that I could dye him green, and I was like, you know what, you little cutie, you can go right there, along with our little Forest Bells Bell peas. And you come in, and there's more green, and that goes into the bedroom space, and then you come over here and there's more, but I thought this purple, obviously it looks good with the green, so I did put that there because I did want to put this someplace else. But over here is our bathroom. So let's come in here. And when you first come into the bathroom, you see this little space right here. We have a little laundry area, which I absolutely love. My little tuxedo bear. He's so cute. But yeah, we just made like a little laundry space. You have your shower right here, your toilet with some shelving above it, some more destroyed stuff. Just ignore it. And then just, you know, our little wash area. And then if you come around and you come up these stairs, we have a much more serene, secluded space. So you can come up here and you take a really relaxing bath after a long day of doing hobbies and gathering materials. And of course, plants. I think plants are just so soothing. So I wanted to make sure that they were really, really prominent in this area. I think plants and bathrooms just make the space much better. And now for our final space is my bedroom. And yes, it is very pink, but I have a lot of pink bedroom stuff. So I was like, you know what? We're just going to go with it. We're going to go with the pink. So you walk in, and the first thing you see is this little downstairs space. We have a study space over here with some of our trophies, a little picture of our noodle looking so cute and giving us their paw. And then if you turn, we have a little sitting space, a little area. Down here, we have another of the vivariums. I was very fortunate to get a lot of tickets from the Forest Bell Spell banner, so I could get different colors of the furniture. But we have our little pink butterfly in there. I just am so happy with this room. I do keep the overhead light off because they're way too bright. Like, we need a dimming option because some of these lights are like not bright at all, and then some of these lights are too bright. Like, there's just no in between. And then you come up, and this is where we sleep. And I want to talk about this bed from the Forest Bells Bell banner because it is so cute. I have heard a couple of people mention, like, this reminds me of the Princess and the Pea because it's got the multiple mattresses. But has anybody ever came to the side and looked to see that there is a little pea underneath the mattress? Like, how stinking cute. And then right at the front of the bed, there's like this little like note with an envelope. I think that's adorable. And then you have a little book with a little pea on top. I just love this bed so much. You have the stairs that go up, little books underneath of it, which is perfect for me because I am such a book girly. I read every night before bed. So this really, really speaks to me. And then over here, we have our dressing area. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough tickets to get this in white yet, but hopefully one of these days I will get enough tickets. I'm just so happy with how this turned out. And yeah, I know this is made for a kitchen, but you know what? It's stinking cute and it looks good in my bedroom. And then you come over to this area here. And we just have, you know, stuff we've collected. There's a picture of me and my bestie Jordan. Hey, Jordan. And then, you know, more things that we've collected, more recipes. My little surfboard, skateboard wall thing is whatever they call it. But yeah, that's really all there is. Oh my gosh, look at Macaroni. Macaroni's not even a cat. Macaroni's a dog in a cat costume. Look how cute he is. I love you. Well, friends, that is it for this tour. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if the inside still gives off the Ghibli vibe that I feel like the outside gives. I worked so hard on this, and I actually do have another build in the process that I cannot wait to share with y'all. So yes, there will be more Heartopia videos. which I'm so excited about because, like I said, this game has taken over my life. Anyways, just remember today, you are enough, you are wonderful, you are loved, you are strong, you are brave, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your time zone. Bye.